Maybe that'll work. Maybe that'll work. All right, let's do it. So I have a kit that I bought here on Whatnot a while back. So let's start with that. Cellophane noise, a little bit noisy. So I bought this kit, and I think the reason I bought it is what I saw in the kit was a big piece of fabric. Let me show it to you. This is what was in the kit that I loved. So I bought the kit. Hold on a minute. I'm going to try. I want to unpin this thing so you guys can see better. There we go. Welcome, welcome everybody. I'm going to work on a junk journal today, crafting and chatting. Oh, I even had that backwards and it still was so pretty. So this is what was in the kit, this fabric that I want to use. There wasn't actually a whole lot else in the kit, but there really wasn't a whole lot more in here. But this is why well, not why, but I'm going to be working with this to create this journal. Now, this gorgeous thing is a greeting card, and I photocopied this, and I'll show you why in a few minutes. Let's just get started. Let's get into it. I hate that cellophane noise. Good gravy, especially in the morning. It's too early for that, man. It's too early. What's everybody up to? Say good morning. Let me know that you're here. Mondays here at the Comfy Nest, I have been simply crafting and chatting to get to know you guys better. I mean, I've been on Whatnot for a long time, definitely over a year, more than that. But I felt like to just do sales, maybe people didn't know who I am. So it would be better to do both sales and some crafting since I've been creating online for almost 10 years. It's been a long time. So that's what we're doing today. So please say hello when you get here. Hey, Deborah, welcome. Thanks for saying hello. I appreciate you, my friend. I do. Okay. I already, in September, I took a note to myself that I started this in September and I just never picked it up again. So I don't know what happened there, but I already started working on it and I already put together pages for the signatures for this book. See? So the signatures are done. This will be the cover. As you can see, it's an Amazon. I'm going to have to pull out my sewing machine. We got an Amazon packaging. Okay. Normally what I do is put some batting on here. So I'm going to do that. So let's start with that. I have just some quilt batting here and I'm going to glue it down. I'm going to glue it down and I like it to be a little soft. So let's do that and then we'll just take it from there. We'll just take it from there. Instead of me explaining so much, grab your coffee and come on in. That's right, Carol. Good morning, my friend. How are you? Are you guys shopping Whatnot today? I was on with Mama Hens watching her earlier. I do tend to watch her because her shows are so big. Like her auctions are enormous. Like she always has so many people. She does a ton of raid trains, all the things. So I do tend to watch her. And, you know, just like normal, you jump in and give me. And I actually won something. I was like, what? I never win. I was like, shoot, I can't believe I won. I think it was a couple of ornaments. I need to see how much glue do I need here. This needs to be a little wider. Yeah. We're going to glue down this batting. I'm going to cut it to size. Actually, I'm going to cut this first because I want the batting to be just a teeny bit shorter than my cover. I don't want it sticking out of my cover. And you'll see, when you see how I put this together, you'll see why that matters to me. So let's put this here. Just a teeny bit short. Like I don't want it to go all the way to the edge, as you can see. I just want to get a nice fluffy cover. We want a fluffy cover. Fluffy. And I usually do use all of these. I just patchwork them in. Like I just do. That way I'm using up all my bits. So it's probably easier if I actually put the glue on the batting. Good morning, Vicki. I'm working on a new book. Thank you to my regular crafty chicks, Vicki, Carol, for, getting the conversation going. Chat with me, please, in the comments. It helps me. It's one way to support somebody is to comment, because the more comments you make, the more the algorithm will be like, oh, people like what she's doing, clearly, because they're commenting. So then it will show me to more people. So your commenting does support us. You double tapping the screen to get some hearts going on the screen, that it supports us. Activity. We need some action, Jackson. Activity on the platform is what supports us. That is a little short this way. Let's see if I go like this. Just see right there. I'm just going to cut this just a teeny bit shorter. Right here. I can't believe Christmas is coming so fast, girls. I have got to just order some stuff today. My boys have not been helpful in terms of telling me what they want. So I need to just order them some stuff. You know, I ordered Gannon. What did I order for Gannon? Well, I have some boots in my cart for Gannon. He just bought himself boots, though. He's having a terrible time with his feet. He's walking a lot because he's on campus. And he walks a lot. And the shoes that he had, the boots that he had were cowboy boots and not very comfortable. His feet were really starting to hurt. So he bought himself another pair of boots. I said to the kid, you know, it's Christmas. This is when you're supposed to be telling Mom, I need new boots. And I buy the boots for you. But no, he went and bought them himself. So I don't know that those boots in my cart are going to be helpful. He already just bought a pair. Look at, I got like a globby, gluey mess going on here. Like, ugh, it's the strings from the material. I don't need it there. Let me get a paper towel. Are you guys, Cheryl, I'm working on a new junk journal. Are you guys done with your Christmas shopping? Somebody inspire me and tell me it's all done. I got stocking stuffers for them, so I'm not worried about that. I was able to pick some of those up. But seriously, we're just going to piece together, girls. We're just piecing it together. It's faster if I put this glue on the paper. I'm going to be sewing, so I'm not worried about this budging at all. I'm going to be sewing a little bit on here today. All right. This is what, let me just see if I have any other little bits. Because I have a lot of this is leftover batting from some quilts. Oh yeah, look, you can even see there's still fabric attached to it. So let's use some of this ugly batting to fill this up. Here we go. Perfection. I like my books to be a little puffy, just makes them a little more what's the word I'm looking for? Well, I cut it just a little too short, Gracie. It just makes them a little bit more sturdy, substantial. Substantial is the word I'm looking for. We have a little bit of snow, and we're supposed to get, like the boys messaged me this morning, they're supposed to get 10 inches between today and tomorrow. I think we're supposed to get 5. So it's 7 degrees. It's cold. If you guys don't know, I live up in North Dakota. It's cold, and we're supposed to have we're in a winter storm. Which way? Which way did I have this, girls? I should pay better attention. We're in a winter storm watch, I think. So yes, we're supposed to be getting some more snow. I don't want it doubled up anywhere, so I'm going to pull that down. And then I'm just going to get a couple of slivers. Clearly, I need a sliver right here. Right? Like right there. You could see this little, the needle, where the needle went through on this. I don't know. I don't remember what it was used from. I used to quilt a long time ago. I don't do it anymore. Gracie don't have the patience for that. Anybody doing creative things today? Are you Christmas shopping today? Are you decorating your tree? Talk to me. Tell me what you got going on, girls. I know. Wow. Right? Right, Carol? All right. Now here, I don't I don't want to bump here, so I'm not going to double it up. So let's do this and get that down there. And then I'll probably put a little sliver right there. I don't need it to be perfect, but I do want it to be equally squishy. It's got to be a little squishy all over. So now I just have this one spot right here that just is missing a little. Just a little. So my husband picked last night on TV. He was watching. He picked something to watch on, I think it was on Netflix. Boy, this is just a little sliver, you guys. I think I have to cut it about right in half. Maybe a little less. He picked this unsolved, I don't know, the first one we watched was an unsolved double murder. So sad. These two young people that were killed, and it was unsolved. I'm like, geez, this is rather depressing. I try not to watch stuff like that. It just bums me out. But then it was like cattle mutilation, those unsolved cases. And then the next one was like spirits in a house, like a possessed house. I was like, this is just all very creepy, if you ask me. Not good stuff for me to be watching before bed. Okay, this is too much for me. I love this fabric so much. I love it, love it, love it. However, it's just too much for my eyes on the outside of a book. So I'm going to put this on the inside because it will be broken up by the signature. So this is going to go on the inside. I need to cut a piece big enough. And a lot of times I just tear because I'm not looking for perfect. Oh, I might need to put a little sliver of, I have this little sliver. I'm putting this right here. So I'm going to put this really pretty butterfly. As much as I love it, it's just too much for my head to have this on the outside of my book. So I picked a different fabric for the outside. I need one more little sliver. I mean, am I just like, can we get away with that? I feel like maybe I want to be righteous about it. Righteous. It's the tiniest little sliver, but I don't want somebody to feel cheated. When their fingers run across this book, then we'll be like, oh, there's a bump here. We're missing something. We're not going to do it. This is all going to get sewn and glued over. So I don't need it to be perfect. I just need it to be covered. Oh my gosh, my glue, the top of my glue is just getting all fuzzy. I have this tiny little sliver. We're going to use it. I'm putting it right here. We're missing a little bit. I know it's getting picky, but we might as well use up all these little pieces. Oh, perfection right there. Look, perfect. Okay. Can you imagine? This is what's under this book, but it's going to work. All right, let's cut our fabric, and then we're going to glue and sew. Glue and sew. So the butterflies, you can see that this way is up. And if this is my book, it's going to fold this way. So I need it to cover. And I go slightly bigger. Okay, I'm going to pull it. I'm going to tear it, and we're going to go slightly bigger. So I'm going to take just slightly. I don't measure, girls. This is why I stopped quilting, because I can't do all the measuring thing. Drives me bananas. I can't do precise. Gracie didn't do precise. All right, we're pulling here. That pulled very crooked, it appears. Let's just see. Deborah, I'm the same way, Debbie. She says, I don't watch those kind of shows. I don't either usually, especially before bed. But my husband was into it. I was like, you're creeping me out, dude. All right, I have salvage here, and I don't want the salvage on my cover. So let's take this side. There's no salvage on this side. And we're going to measure again. Ooh, that got, it pulled crooked, so I got a little extra. But it's okay. We're gonna go with it because I can still cut it down a little bit. All right, we're here. And then I'm just gonna pull, I'm gonna tear from here. I'm gonna err on the side of a little bit extra, like a little bigger. If you know, I'd rather it be a little bigger than a little shorter. All right, so this is what we got. Isn't that pretty? This is gonna get glued on the inside. The padding is on the outside, so I need to glue this to the inside cover. See, look at it's big right there. I'm going to cut that down. Don't you worry. See that? It's a little bit too much. It's a little shorter here, and then it gets bigger here. Let's first of all adjust to make sure we're even on all edges. I mean, evenly extra on all edges. Oh, that's not too bad, but I still am going to take my rotary cutter and I'm just going to get rid of a little extra here. I can't tear it. I could cut it with scissors, but it might just be faster and easier. I don't know how. Doing this on a slippery glass table is not working. I don't think that this cutter is very sharp. I need new blades, girls. I need my concierge to come in and get Gracie some new blades on her cutters. That's better. That's better. Still a little bit bigger than I want it, especially, like, see right there? That's a little bit bigger than I want it. Down here, it's good, but up here, it's not. And that's just because I tore it, so it tore a little uneven. I'm a righty. I need this to go righty-wise, like this. I need to be able to reach it, girls. Oh, I just messed up my whole... I'm not... Why am I putting this back in my drawer? I'm going to put it aside so that I remember to change the blade. That's what happens. I put it back in the drawer. I grab it thinking it's good, and then, oh, nope. Can't use that one. It's not sharp enough. All right, I'm eyeballing it. You can see me eyeball. And then right here, just a little bit too big. My table's too small. All the challenges. We got all the challenges. Good morning, everybody. Please say hello. Let me know you're here. We are crafting and creating. I'm working on a new journal today. One that will likely be sold on Whatnot. I sold the other two that I had made, so it's time for me to make a new one. Christmas is coming. Mama got presents to buy for the boys. All right, I'm going to put some glue here. I don't need a ton because I'm going to sew this together. But I want especially the inside to be glued down. Okay, so that's what I'm focusing on. The edges are going to be sewn. Oh, this is the inside, so I'm okay. On the outside, I am going to actually glue and sew something onto the cover. So I'm going to make sure I don't forget to do that. Really thin bead of glue here. It's not very thick, but I want to make sure I have full coverage. Okay, here we go. I'm going to stand up so I can reach everything I'm doing here. It doesn't matter at this point what is up and what's down. Oh, we're getting a family text. We use GroupMe. I have a big family, and my family uses GroupMe to stay in touch with each other. I got to flip it so I can see that I'm even, and I'm not. I need this to go. Oh, good gravy, Gracie. I need you to go a little bit to the left. So I just got to GroupMe. Somebody in my family's texting. Something's going on. I don't think it's a birthday. What's going on today in the Bruno family? I want it to be just over a little bit on all edges. Just a tish. I don't need it crazy like. Just a tish. See right here, I'm missing a little. We're going to stretch. I'm going to stretch you, butterfly. There. I think we're good. I don't need it to be perfect. We're just, this is going to be the inside of my book. Got a little bubble right here I don't like, so let's lay down a little better. Same here. Got a little bubble. Thankfully, my glue's still wet. I need a new bottle of this soon. This is the inside. So pretty. Okay, for the outside, I chose this. I needed something a little more neutral, a little like less busy than that, because I can't do that on an outside of a journal. That's just me. So I picked this for the outside. It's like a really pretty yellow and white. It's very wrinkled though. Do you see? So I think I'm going to take out my iron, girls. Before we, maybe I should cut it down and then take out the iron. Hey, Marsha, how are you? Happy Monday. Janet Feeland is here. Hello, girls. Thanks for being here. All right, let's cut at least, you know, a piece that makes sense this way. I can always cut it down further, because that way I'm just ironing one small piece. Okay, I'm going to iron this. The rest of it can get put away. Off the table. Now, I will keep these aside because if I need a little more fabric for inside the book for anything, I am going to default to use what I used on the cover, which is this pretty yellow. And then I have the butterfly. So you may see these two fabrics appear again, likely in the book. And these are the pieces that I have left. So I'll keep these with the kit. Let me get my iron. Hang tight, girls. Just across the room here. I got my little iron. We're going to plug her in. Do a little ironing. You guys are awfully quiet. Talk to me in the comments. What are you doing today? How's your Christmas prep going? Who's got some creative stuff happening today? I just signed up for all of my dates there's a friendship journal event happening on Facebook for the next 6 months. It's once a month for the next 6 months. And I've been paired up with other creatives and we're going to create each other's junk journals together, like journals on a journey. And I just signed up for my times for that, which I'm pretty excited about. I know, right, Carol? Mama Peas is organizing it, and it's ambitious. Like, I think it's ambitious. It's just me, my personal opinion. She's got, I don't know if she has 4 groups, each with 6 creatives. That is a lot of people to organize, right? That's what I mean by, whoo, that is ambitious. I'm just in one of the groups, and my team is Team Junkie. Team Junk or Team Junkie? There's a Team Boho. There's a Team Vintage, I think. Junkie, and I can't remember. Oh, Team Beginner journalers. I think that's how it's working out. All right, let's see if it's hot enough to give me some straight edges here. A little bit of water. Yeah, baby. Let's cooperate here. Get you all straightened out. The water does help. Seems silly, right? But it does help with keeping things straight. All right, let's go to the other side. Big difference. Wow. So Chris and I are taking the kids to Florida after Christmas. And then Chris and I are staying in Florida for a while. So in January, I will be, when I'm live, I'm going to shut down the Whatnot store for a while. Put it on vacation mode. But I'll be broadcasting live still, just from a new location. How exciting is that? If you are hanging out with us from YouTube or Facebook, welcome. Thanks for being here. I can't see your comments unless you jump on over into the Whatnot app, just so you know. So if you're chatting with me or trying to chat with me and I'm not answering, it's because I can't see you. This is my outside cover. Okay, remember, this is my outside cover. I'm just using this to judge size. I'm going to tear again. I know it's a little dangerous, but I'm going to tear. Wait. What happened there? What happened? It's still a little damp from the water that I put on it. That's funny. Straighten things out. I shut it back up. It's still on. Straighten out there, dude. Straighten up or fly right. You know that song? You guys know that song? Okay. Now I think I am still a little bit large this way. I got too much. A little bit bigger is good. A lot bigger and not so good. But we need to cut that down. I am not going to rely on a tear. It's just too tight. It's just too small. So we're gonna do this, which means I need a different table. Hold on. Table cover. Because that's not gonna work. So we can do it this way. I know, I'm excited about it, Carol. We used to take the kids to Florida on vacation when they were little for Christmas. And then when Landon signed up in high school to be a wrestler, he refused to miss wrestling during Christmas break. So we stayed in North Dakota for Christmas break. Okay, no need to throw that out, right? So pretty. Okay, now here's the other thing I have to think about. I got all my parts here for my cover, almost all my parts. This will be my cover. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. I want to sew into this a tie for this book, and I chose this. It's green. I know the colors don't come through great, but it matches perfectly. The inside, it's green, so it's a little pop of color for the outside. This is going to be my tie. So I need to just glue in or sew in a little piece of this. Actually, it would be really pretty to do it this way for this one. If I glued it down across the whole back of the journal so that it was like this. Now, remember I told you about that card? This card that was in the journal? It's a greeting card and it's very thick. I don't want that on my cover. I want the image, but I don't want that paper on my cover. So I photocopied it and then I sprayed it with fixative because it's an ink printer. So I'm gonna tear this out because I like the torn edges. Let's tear this out and this is going to become my cover. Welcome everybody. Thanks for being here. You guys are awfully quiet. If you don't mind chatting with me, it's really helpful to us creatives to not be talking to ourselves because it's just a little weird just to be chatting away and have like no one talking back. I go live every Monday. If you're new here, Comfy Nest with Grace. I'm in North Dakota. I have a creative business. I have had a private membership group since 2019 over on Facebook. I became a Whatnot seller last year. I believe it was last fall. So it's been over a year. And I just decided I should maybe start doing some live creating on Whatnot so that you guys could get to know me as a creative, as a person. I do my sales on Wednesdays usually. Although I have to say, in 2026, I probably will be making some changes to my schedule. I'm not going live on YouTube on Fridays anymore. I've done that for years. And it just was not, there was no traction. Nothing was happening over there. So I thought, why am I wasting my time on YouTube when I have people on Whatnot and on Facebook who want to hang out? So as long as there's some traction, you guys are showing up, hanging out with me, I'll do the Monday lives on Whatnot for a while here. The creative lives, like, look at how pretty that is. Look at how pretty. And then the green tie. This is what I'm thinking. Let's just see. This feels crooked to me a little bit. I have to sew it yet. But this is where it's going. So this would be the outside cover, this and the inside. Now, I better do some gluing before I sew things down. And if I have to decide what to do about this tie, do I want the tie? Do I want it showing on the outside behind my image? Or do I want to tie it so that it would look like that? Or do I want to, we could take it and sandwich it in between here so that you can't see it. It would show like this. Let me cut down a smaller piece so that we... Oh, my scissors got caught in there. Come on, you. Just stop it now. All right, let's stretch you out a little bit. Like, what do we need? Like that. Put that aside. What do we think? Should I just do it on the outside? The only problem with this is that it's crinkly. So how would I glue that down? Kind of like the idea of it. Trying to figure it out, girls. How do we want to design this? And I think I'm going to go straight in the middle. It's a tall, skinny journal. I would have room to put something down here, like a you know, a title for the journal or something. I may just put another layer of paper or fabric or something behind this. Can you dual record with YouTube to preserve the recordings? It is on YouTube. Yes, it is, Deborah. So you can go there. Yeah. No, Whatnot saves the recording for 60 days for anybody who purchased. So if you purchase something, so for example, if you go into the Buy It Now tab, I have the little chicks, I have stickers, things like that. If you purchased a low price item like that, you would be able to watch the video here on Whatnot for 60 days in your orders. That's why a lot of people sell really inexpensive things and say, you know, to watch this recording for 60 days. But I am posting this right now, both on Facebook and on YouTube. So you should be able to go over there. You know, Facebook will delete it in 30 days, but YouTube does not. So it should be on YouTube. I don't always use fixative spray. No, Deborah, I don't always use it. I had the time today, so I thought I would. But no, I don't always use it. It is nice if you don't want your inks to blend or like smear everywhere, right? Okay, so let's do on the outside. I don't have to worry about this right now. I think I have basically a plan. I likely will layer something else. So I have 2 layers. The kit came with this. So I might just layer another piece of paper under that, but I don't have to worry about that right now. Right now, what I need to do is, now that I've got a general plan, this doesn't have to be sewn in place, although I could sew it around the edges, but I think I'm just going to tack it down with glue. That'll be easier for me. So right now what I need to do is glue these 2 together and then sew. That's my main objective right now. So before I do that, I'm going to make sure that around the edges it's like all even. Thanks for the question, Deborah. I appreciate you. Happy Monday, Janet and Marcia and Carol. Thanks for chatting with me in the comments. Okay, so as long as I'm happy with the general positioning of this, I think I'm going to pull it a little bit up. I have a little bit more up here. I'm just going to budge it up a little bit. I don't like stretching my fabric. I don't necessarily want to stretch my fabric, but I want to reposition so that I have pretty equal amounts of fabric all the way around. Now, once in this instance, I can't slide this because we have the batting. The batting keeps things pretty sticky. So once I have it in place, I'm going to take it and I'm going to sew all the way around here in a minute. But I want to make sure it doesn't budge. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to apply glue. And actually, I'm going to flip it this way. And we're going to apply glue between the 2 sandwich parts. I wonder, it looks awfully dark for you guys. Like, why is it like that? If I do that, is that better? That's another light from my camera. No decorating today. Lots of errands. Do you have lots of errands? Like Christmas errands? Vicky says, we got a dusting of snow and I hibernate. Oh, I'm a fair weather girl. I am too. My husband yesterday. Thanks. Carol says she loves the fabric. Pretty on the inside. I think so too. I think that the inside, because it's so dark and bold, I need it on the inside. Hey, Shauna, how are you? Welcome, welcome. Thanks for being here. Thanks, Vicky. Just love the fabrics. My husband asked me yesterday, he's like, who are you kidding? He's like, you want to go for a walk? It was like 6 degrees. I was like, heck no, I do not want to go for a walk. He said, I'm going to go for a walk. It's not breezy out. It's not windy. It should be nice. I was like, Gracie ain't doing it. I said, I'll get on the treadmill when you go outside. So he did. He got all bundled up in his snow gear, many, many, many layers, and went for a walk. And he said he saw his neighbors, they were in their 4-wheeler, and they had the dog out for a walk using their 4-wheeler because it's so dang cold. And they pulled up to him and said, what are you doing? He said, just out for a walk. Crazy town. I'll walk at Walmart. There you go, Vicky. Find something indoors. So I'm just peeling it back, applying my glue, and then putting it back down. Now, I'm going to be sewing this as well, but I don't want these center pieces to be like this middle part. I don't want it floaty. I don't want it moving around and bubbling up. So we're going to do this. I think I need more glue, girls. I need another bottle of glue. I'm using up lots of glue. I could have used my matte gel medium. That would have worked too. Thanks for chit-chatting with me, girls. It's so much more fun when I have people to talk to. I appreciate you being here. I will have a live sale on Wednesday, of course, my Wednesday auctions. I've done a couple of pop-ups recently. I'm trying to help out, well, earn income, first of all, and help out the algorithm. It's just been slow everywhere, and I don't know what that's from. So I'm just trying the pop-ups to see if we can kickstart the algorithm to get more people hanging out here with me. Okay. I like it. This is going to fold in half like that. That's going to be my book. I have my signatures already ready. I may change that cover because I don't know. Well, the brown here and that actually does look pretty nice together. Anyway, I'm going to get my sewing machine out because I need to sew around. So let me make a few adjustments on my table here. I got to get rid of my hot iron. It's batting. It's just cotton batting. HM Ironworks. It's just cotton quilting batting. You can buy it at quilt stores. I don't know. I only have a Walmart here. I live in a small town. I have a Walmart with a very small crafting aisle. I don't know that they sell that kind of, it's like sheet batting that you use in between quilts when you make them. So if you're shopping online, you can type in cotton batting. If you're shopping at a store, go to the quilting or the fabric section and look for batting. That's what I put in between there. Just give it, that's my little alarm telling me I've been live for 40 minutes. I wanted to know because the day before yesterday when I was live for 2 hours, just working away, crafting and chatting with everybody. And I was like, oh my gosh, I cannot afford, with all the stuff, end of the year stuff with taxes that I have to do. I cannot afford to be live for 2 hours right now. I don't have that kind of time to give, girls. I'm sorry to say it, but I just don't. Let me just see. I'm going to move the camera a little bit. I know you're not going to be able to see this completely. I'm just going to sew around. It's a straight stitch all the way around. Do I want to do a zigzag or something? I don't think so. We're going to really see the stitch on the outside. This is my cover, the outside cover. So this stitch is really going to be evident. And I don't think I want a decorative. I think I just want a straight stitch. Now, here's the thing. Let's scoot this over for a minute so I can tell you this. I purposefully leave extra here because I want it. I'll show you how this works out when this book is finished. I constructed this book the same exact way. This is my current gratitude journal that I worked in yesterday. I work in this every single Sunday. There's a fabric on the outside. This one is quilted, like collaged or quilted bits. But I did the same thing. It's got like a puffy envelope on the inside and fabric on the outside and fabric here, okay, on the inside. These just happen to be quilted together versus one big sheet of fabric. But I sew along the edges, and then I do like to have like this threaded goodness happening here. This shabby threaded goodness. I love when the pieces curl. It just feels so organic and gorgeous to me. So that's the look I'm going for. So I can't really see when I'm sewing. I can't really see where my paper is because it's covered. I could do this. Then you can see like a ridge there. Now I can see it. But if you sew on a regular basis, you usually pick a size. I'm going to sew a 1/4 inch seam. I'm going to sew a 1/2 inch seam. It's just the distance between the edge of the fabric and where your stitch is. Well, this is going to be variable because you see, I didn't measure anything. I just kind of like a little bigger. I don't have a measurement. So I'm going to do my best. I want to get through all the layers though. I want to get through this fabric, this paper, this batting, and this fabric. So I've got 4 layers to get through to sew it all together. If I have to go around twice, even better, because it just gives it more shabby goodness, in my opinion. So I'm going to sew this. Let me, is my machine plugged in? It is not. Let me get it plugged in. I had to unplug it so I could use my iron. And we're going to get this going. Sorry for the angle. I know it's not the best, but I'm just one girl and I don't have a camera guy to change my angle. I only have one camera too, so you get what you get. You get what you get. Thank you. I like these edges too, Carol. I really do. I do too, Deb. She said, love the rough edges. Thanks for being here, Debbie. I hope your granddaughter's good. I hope the days are going good for her and the team, helping her. Vicky says, my Christmas is about done. I'm the grandma who gives t-shirts. 1 year, I gave socks. I used Blind Brothers. It was a hit. The family loved theirs. Blind Brothers. I'm going to have to look that up. I don't know. I'm not familiar with it. I'm going to have to look it up. Okay. I'm going to go around a couple of times, probably. So let's just do it. Let's just get into it. I'm doing straight stitch. And I want to make sure I don't have any puckering or anything. So I'm going to, every once in a while, slow down and make sure things are straight in terms of the fabric feeding into the machine. Okay. This is not, I have 2 machines. Well, I have 3 machines now. And this one is like my inexpensive, middle of the road. It's middle of the road, actually. I have a really expensive machine. I have a really inexpensive machine. And then I have this one. I'm trying to decide where I want to stop. I want to stop right there. And then I'm going to flip. And this machine, the pricier it is, the better the finishes that you get. They're better quality, just like anything else. But sometimes I think I'm going to end up cutting some of this fabric off. Can you see right here how big that is? I'll probably end up cutting a little bit of that off. It's a little bit big. The machine that you use, it does matter. I have another machine that was like $50. It was really inexpensive. It's 2 pounds. I think it's 2 pounds. Easily travel with it. It's battery operated. If I needed to take it with me, I could for retreats and stuff. And then this machine's kind of middle of the road. And this is the one I use most often when working with paper. All right, I have another uneven cut. Remember, I'm keeping that in mind as I'm sewing. I have another uneven cut here. So this really big edge, I'll end up probably cutting it down. Same thing here. Let me just peek and see, where's my paper? I'm going to go one more. Let's flip this around. We're going to go one more at least. Just trying to pay attention to where my paper is and where my fabric is. It's going to be crooked. It's not going to be perfect. I'm not looking for perfect. I'm looking for organically created, unique, handmade. Perfect is not the name of the game here. I don't have perfect I used to. And perfect tendencies made me miserable. I mean, I just was so unhappy creating and trying to be perfect because I couldn't do it. That's why I stopped quilting. I just can't. I can't do it. It just takes all the fun out of it for me. So I stopped quilting, started making books in a very handmade way. Right now I'm focused on getting all the layers sewn down. I'm going to go around one more time and I'm going to purposefully be very messy in my stitching. This one's very messy. I like that a lot. Makes me happy. We're going to be very messy in my stitching. I'm going to be all over the place here. I'm going to purposefully push the book in and out to give me a very, see this? See this? I like this. A very rugged, messy edge to this sewing. In the meantime, so it's rough. See this? I love that. It's holding it all together. It's doing that. It's serving that purpose, but at the same time, it's going to be decorative. See this right here. Well, I can't. Hold on. This right here is pretty darn straight. This one right here on the lower right. And now we're going to go for messy. We're going to be messy about it. I'm pushing the layers with my hand. I'm pushing the layers like in and out like this so that we get some waves of stitching. Maybe I'll go around 3 times. Who knows? Do whatever you feel like. That's the beauty of this. You get to decide as you're doing it. I have one more. I might go way off on one of these. Like let's be whacked out. Am I on the front or the back of my book? Let's just see. I am on the back of the book. I'm going to go way out of the line here. Oh, she's way out of line. Oh, so my dad used to say, Gracie, you're way out of line. Uh-oh, my presser foot came off. I'm getting all wild over here. All right, one more at least. You're going to see when I show you this how crooked and messy it looks. I love it though. All right. Should I do one more? Let me show you what we got. Look at that. I love how crooked it is. And I love how they've like, one's on the left, one's on the right. I love it. I love that I can see. I might go one more time, girls. I just am really loving the look of this. On the inside, you can hardly see it. It's like embedded with my little strings that were coming off the edge. You do, Deb? You love those rough edges? I think it's just very primitive and organic is the word I usually use. I love the organic look. Let's do it one more time. Let's go around again just for the fun of it and get all messy. Let's get all messy on ourselves. I'm trying to be waves. I'm trying to give waves of sewing here. My needle is bigger, so it's showing all those little dots of stitch. I love that. It's showing it all. I feel like I'm going way out of line here. Up and down off of that line. Oh no, we want to finish down. I want my needle down when I finish. All right, here we go. Come on, finish down. Oh my goodness, it's so pretty. again, I need to finish. My other machine has a feature that finishes down in the down position so that when you pick up the presser foot, you're not like mucking up, you're losing your spot. I think I've gone 3 all the way around. Have I? That was so fun. I am. I'm done. I went 3 all the way around. I'll show it to you close up. Let me cut off the extra. Oh goodness, girls. Are you kidding me with how pretty that is? See how I'm way out of line, way out of line. I just didn't even care. I was just like, once I got the first stitch in, then I was being just free flowing. Now, where's the top? It goes this way and then this way. Let's fold it in half and see what is it going to look like in the end. It's going to look like this. This is my cover, my front cover. Isn't that pretty? Here's my inside and here's my back. So remember when I was asking, am I on the back or on the front? When I first started getting way out of line, I went really wild, really off of, and it gives that puffy quilted look to it because I've got the batting in there. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. I get a lot of extra strings here. I usually love them. They will organically keep creating because we've got raw edges here. So we'll keep getting these strings. But sometimes when I'm trying to build the book, if these strings are getting in my way, I do cut them down. And as I'm creating the book, more of them will appear. So I don't have to worry about, like, I do love that messy string hanging out. But for now, because they're getting in my way, I'm just going to cut them off. All right, now with this, remember I wanted to put this as my cover. And I'm going to embed this behind. So let me get my center for this. So here's my center. So this, it's a little, this part right here needs to align right here, right? That has to go right there. I think before I put this in place, I want to sew my signatures in. Because I don't want to put this in place and then do sewing over it. I want this on top of this, the signatures being sewn in. So I can't put this down until this is down. And I'm not going to put this down until my signatures have been sewn into the book. And these are my signatures. I had already done that a long time ago. So let's do a quick flip through because this is so fun. Let me back you up a little bit. Let's do a quick flip through of what this book is looking like. Just get my, I'm making some room. Let me put my sewing machine aside, this aside, and this aside. And let's just do a quick flip through. I don't have the cover done, obviously. But what you haven't seen all the signature pages, just so you can see. You love the sound of the sewing machine, Carol? Me too. Me too. Oh, good, Debbie. I'm glad to hear she's doing okay. 3 times. It looks good, right? Thank you, Carol. Thank you, Vicki. I've started a new trend. I love this messy look. I just want to hug it. I want to hug my book. I want to hug it. All right, let's do a quick flip through. What basically, like, I'm super visual. This motivates me when I see it coming together, and then I just take a minute. This is like your minute to just love this book as you're making it. This is for me. This is how I look at this. I'm an incredibly visual person, and as I see the progress happening, I can stop and just admire it for a minute. Not like I'm like, oh, I'm not like admiring myself. I'm admiring the beauty of all the fabrics and the threads and the papers and the patterns and the colors all coming together. That's the artist in us. That's like the creative person in us. So for me, it's a little bit of a reward to just, all right, let's envision. It's not done, of course, but we're working on doing it. And so taking a breath for a minute and just doing a quick like pre-flip through of what's this going to look like. Let's do it. So I had put these pages together a long time ago. I have a lot of collaged pages, which I absolutely love. And you can see I've got a lot of brown paper, a lot of coffee stained, some neutrals. This is the style I love. I love using junk and mixing it with collaged papers. I love including fabrics, old book pages. This is, to me, true junk journaling. Oh my goodness, it's so good. It's so good, you guys. I love it. Look at this. This is a combination of, oh, look, I even did a fold out here. Hold on, I did a little fold out here. This is the ledger paper that I sell in the bin. Okay, it's really big, as you can see. I can't even get it all on screen. That's the ledger paper. I found some of this ledger paper. So most of it's just really plain like this, but some of the pages in the book had, somebody was gluing things into it and they fell off because it's old. The glue is old. It's all old and decrepit. And I think it was locomotive stuff. Yeah, locomotives of Texas and New Orleans. So somebody was using the ledger to scrapbook locomotives from things that ended up in the newspaper, like articles about locomotives, about trains. So I used this really large piece of ledger paper. Like I said, I sell this in the bin, the antique ledger paper, and I created a page out of it. I used washi tapes. That's what these are, to make it a little more decorative. And this one I folded so that here's the first half of it. That's washi tape too. And then let's keep flipping through the book and I'll show you what I did. I made that other side a fold out, like a flip out. These pieces, this is the collaged junk journal rolls that we made in the Craft Therapy Club one month. And I'll show you those in a minute. Washi tape, old book page, notebook paper, decorative scrapbook paper, washi tape. I'm going to show you that here in a minute, my junk journal page rolls. But that's what most of this is made out of. And I just love the collage look of it. Love it, love it. Oh, something in the middle here. I'll get a little map page. Now, when I come back to the other end, now we're going back to where we started. Here's my ledger page coming up right here, and I made that a flip out, so it's really big. Used washi tape just to decorate it a little and to give it, these old papers are very brittle. So using washi tape gives it like a more solid foundation. Here's another piece of that junk journal roll. Let me go grab it and I'll show it to you. Because you're like, what is she talking about? What is she talking about? Where did I put my roll? I just put it away too. I'm organizing my room a little bit and cleaning up. And I was like, I gotta find a home for this roll. Where the heck did you put it, Gracie? It's right here. So 1 month in the Craft Therapy Club, I walked the girls through how to make this roll. It's a roll of collaged book pages and scrapbook paper and bits and bobs of things that you might have on hand, envelopes, all kinds of things. And then it's a big roll. It's a big roll. They were really fun to make. And then when I'm ready to use it, I just cut off a piece that I need for a junk journal and put it in my book. So that's what that is. It's part of that. And this is a project in the Craft Therapy Club, in my membership club, how to make those rolled papers. So this is mostly pages from that. This is part of the roll. We're close to the end, and there's the end of the book. So that's how it's coming together. Oh my goodness, I love it. I love it. I love it. All right, girls, I do have to go because I have to stay on schedule today. Let us raid somebody if you don't mind, though. Please, can we support somebody else? Somebody show in the comments, what do the chicks look like when we do a row of chicks? Can somebody show everybody? When we raid somebody, I ask you guys to put a row of chicks in the comments. It's a little harder for me to do off my computer. Yes, just like that. So we're going to go raid somebody, show them some chicks to give them some love. It helps them in their algorithm. If you stay for 5 minutes, that helps them. If you double tap the screen, that helps them. Let's go support somebody else. Just give me a second to figure out from my computer. Girlfriends, how are we going to do? Oh, you know what I'll do? I'll pull it up here. Thank you for all those chicks. They're so fun and sweet, aren't they? I'll do it from it's so much easier from your phone than to do it from a computer. So let me pull this up and we'll raid from my computer. Raid. Let's go find somebody to just love up on and give some support. Who can we do? Who can we do? Recently rated. Let's go to somebody who hasn't been recently rated. Let's go to... Oh, this person has 7 people in her room. She'd probably love to get us, the 12 of us. It will more than double the people hanging out with her. So let's support her. Her name is D. Cami. D. Cami. Let's go raid her. Thanks for being here, you guys. Hearts to you all. Love you. God bless you. Bye.